Let's get into the science behind KRE-EX. What I'm going to do is break it down into its different matrix, starting with the Buffered Creatine Matrix. This is highlighted by our micronized creatine monohydrate. Now, creatine monohydrate is the most studied, most proven form of creatine, and I'm going to get into why that is so important to be taking with any supplement regimen. We used a micronized creatine monohydrate. What micronized means is micronization is actually a measurement of screens per square inch. A creatine comes from anywhere from 80 mesh to 200 mesh. The measurement of mesh determines how filtered the creatine is. Ours is a 200 mesh, meaning it's the finest particle of creatine you can possibly get. This means it's going to dissolve completely in water, which is also going to mix better when you put it in your body. It's going to lead to less bloat, no stomach discomfort. Anytime someone says creatine disrupts my stomach, I think you haven't tried our creatine then. Creatine works in several different ways, and we're going to talk about two main ways it's going to increase performance and increase your recovery. So creatine is one of the ways in the Krebs cycle your body turns over ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. When you have more creatine present in the body, your body can then produce more ATP, this fast-acting energy. So maybe on a bench press where you would have stopped at 5, if you have more creatine inside that muscle cell, you can continue to produce more ATP, adding more force production, finishing rep 6 and going on to rep 7. Another way creatine works is it actually hydrates the muscle cell, creatine monohydrate. So when you have a muscle cell and you fill it with water, you not only pull in more fluid, but you pull in all kinds of nutrients, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, all kinds of things that are going to help with the metabolism of that cell so you can increase your recovery efforts. The Betaine Anhydrous actually helps increase force production and works hand in hand with creatine on that performance of getting more power out of each rep during your workout. The other ingredients, the sodium bicarbonate, the creatine phosphate, and the magnesium phosphate are all buffering agents that help lower the acidity of the stomach and of the body. So one, you're going to have a better bioavailable environment for your creatine to survive, and you're also going to lower the acidity of the body so you don't have that lactic acid buildup during your workouts. Next, we move on to the Volumizing Endurance Matrix. This one is highlighted by citrulline malate. Now, citrulline actually breaks down to the body to arginine, which is known to help increase the gas nitric oxide. When nitric oxide is present inside a blood vessel, it tends to expand and dilate the blood vessel. This gives you a great pump, but when you have that good pump in a larger blood vessel, you have better blood flow. It carries with it more oxygen and more nutrients to your working muscles. Adding to the pump that the citrulline brings, we put in pink Himalayan salt, which, as you know, salt attracts water to pull more fluid into the blood vessels, along with glycerol, which helps, again, hydrate not only the blood vessels, but the muscle cells themselves. Histidine, again, bumping up your nitric oxide. Pine bark extract, which is an over-the-counter blood pressure medication that helps relax the blood vessels so you can further dilate them. The more elasticity they have, the more dilation you can get. Now that we have all this extra blood flow and we're increasing the oxygenation and metabolism of the cell, we also put beta-alanine in there. Beta-alanine, when it's carried with these ingredients, helps to flush out lactic acid, buffering the acidity buildup in the body so you have more endurance while you work out. And last but not least, we put Bioperin, a trademarked black pepper extract that helps everything, not only in this complex, but the entire creatine formula absorb. Next is our instantized BCAA mTOR matrix. Now, mTOR is short for protein synthesis, and BCAAs help increase protein synthesis, building muscle while you work out. They also prevent muscle breakdown. We used a fermented vegan source BCAA. The highest quality BCAAs you can find are in this formula. BCAAs, particularly leucine, help increase the mTOR, the signal for your body to build new muscle. So while you work out, if you can have this signal on, it's going to prevent muscle breakdown. The other thing BCAAs do while you work out is they aid in endurance. Now, your body uses BCAAs along with B vitamins and enzymes to break down tissues like carbohydrates and fats to be used as energy. Now, you're going to get these amino acids either from a dietary source like an ingested BCAA, or your body strips them down from your skeletal muscle tissue. Obviously, we'd prefer to take them pre-workout so they're in our system and readily available in our bloodstream. Next up is the Focused Intensity Matrix. Now, this is the fun part of pre-workout. This is where the energy, the focus comes from. So we put in 300 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. It's a really clean burning caffeine. You're going to feel quick and it's going to last a long time. That's the only true stimulant in KRE-EX. Now, to make that work really good and make sure you have a great feeling while you worked out, we added N-acetyl tyrosine to help smooth out that caffeine feel. Same type of energy, but a little smoother, no anxiety feel. We also put in DMAE. Now, DMAE is a choline metabolite that helps bump up your dopamine levels so you literally feel good while working out. You know, when you feel good and you have that that high dopamine, you just feel like moving around, which is a great state to be in when you're in moving weights. Next, we added Huperzine A. Huperzine A is a neurotransmitter that helps increase the firing of the neurotransmitters inside the brain. It's a great way to focus while you work out. Last but not least, vitamin B6. Now, vitamin B6 is vital when you're breaking down carbohydrates and fat to be used as energy. The more vitamin B6 you have available, the easier time your body is going to have at breaking down these nutrients so you can use them as energy. The very last matrix we have on there is our Hydroelectrolyte Matrix. Now, electrolytes, as you know, they help maintain your body's hydration levels. What's really cool about taking them in a pre-workout is that because they maintain your water and your liquids, they're also going to add to that pump. So the more water we can push into our muscles and keep it there, the better pump you're going to have during your workout. So there you have it. That's a quick breakdown on all the ingredients inside of KRE-EX. If you have more questions, we'd love to hear them. Hit us up on Facebook and Messenger or on Instagram in our direct messages.